Hey guys, it's Sunday, so tonight we're gonna have Sunday dinner and I'm going to make gnocchi, or gnocchi. I guess some people say gnocchi, like no key, like I try to get into my house, but I have no key. Sorry, bad jokes. So gnocchi is basically just potato pasta, and that's all there is. There's the basic, basic recipe is just you boil your potatoes, you mash them, you add in a little bit of flour and a little bit of egg to hold it all together. For me, that ends up feeling like it's a little bit more dense than I would like. I like my gnocchi to be a little bit more airy and light. So I do a couple of different things to that. So the first thing that I do is, instead of mashing my potatoes after they've boiled, I actually just use a box grater and grate them. Make sure to let them cool down for a second because you will burn yourself. I do that all the time. And the second thing that I do is actually add ricotta cheese in there. That kind of just keeps it a little bit on the creamier side, gives it a better mouthfeel, and just all over builds some good depth of flavor in there. And so that's the basic recipe. I'm going to show you how to do that here in a minute. And this is a great one to get your friends or your family involved in, as you'll see in a minute. My husband was helping me, and even my daughter. My daughter loves to texture the gnocchi. It's basically like Play-Doh skills, kind of. So, I mean, I guess all those things that we learned in kindergarten have come to good use when it comes to making pasta or gnocchis and stuff like that. So yeah, so we'll get going here in a minute. Like I've said before, if you happen to make my stuff that I make for Sunday dinners and my videos, please make sure to let me know or post a picture. That would be really, really cool. And you can post that on my Instagram or even on my Facebook page. Or if you're not ready to do that, you can just reach out to me directly. That would make my heart so happy to see that somebody else is making them, because you can make them. It's not terribly hard. It just takes a little bit of practice to figure out how it all feels, and especially when it comes to texturing the gnocchi. So make sure that you do that and let me know how it goes. Today, I'm not going to show you the sauce that I'm making because it ends up being like a huge video, and nobody really wants to watch like a 4-hour-long video of me cooking. I certainly don't want to watch a 4-hour-long video of me cooking, so I just assume nobody else does. So tonight we're just gonna go super basic. I'm gonna show you guys how to make the gnocchi. I'm gonna serve it with a little bit of a browned butter sauce with some garlic, and then I'm gonna use my my finishing salt that you guys probably saw on my page earlier, and that's with the Young Living Vitality oil, and it's delicious. It's also super good on potatoes, as a side note. So I guess here we go. And I'll see you guys here in a second, and we'll be making some gnocchi. Make sure to let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and continuing to support me through doing this. It's been so exciting and so much fun. All right, thanks. All right, so in the well we have our grated potatoes, 2½ cups of flour, a cup of ricotta cheese, a large egg, a generous pinch of salt, and 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic. So using your fork, you're just gonna kind of break up that egg a little bit and incorporate it into the ricotta. In the time, you'll go ahead and pull in a little bit of that flour to just kind of thicken up that mixture. At some point, it becomes easier to just kind of ditch the fork and go in with your hands. And that's okay. You're gonna get a little bit messy, but there's nothing wrong with that. So don't be freaked out by how this dough is looking right now. It kind of just looks like a big, dry, crumbly mixture, but trust me, just keep on incorporating it. It will moisturize and it'll come together. All right, you can kind of see how that dough is starting to form together. Just keep scraping up those bits that kind of fall off and those little pieces that you've lost along the way, and just keep kneading. Remember, we're not kneading this like we would a pasta. You don't have to knead it for a certain amount of time. You just want to make sure that you are kneading it to fully incorporate all of those ingredients, and kind of use your best judgment. When it feels nice and it's moving warmly and it looks like dough, you're ready to go. So we're just going to kind of shape it after we always flour our workspace really well. Gnocchi can be a little bit sticky, so flour it pretty good. Shape it kind of in an even shape, kind of like a loaf, and then just cut it into manageable chunks because you're going to be rolling it out. So kind of one at a time, hold those off to the side. Remember to keep it well floured. And here's where your preschool Play-Doh skills come back into play. And we're just gonna shape this kind of like a rope. We're just gonna keep rolling it with your hands and make it into a rope shape. You're going for a thickness of between a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. If your rope gets too long, don't be afraid to cut off part of it and do it in chunks if you need to. Once you've got it set, you can cut it into little knobs or pillows, and those are going to be between probably 3/4 of an inch to an inch big. And you can stop there. That's enough. You can keep them just in those little pillow shapes. But you can also texture your gnocchi. It makes it look really, really pretty and makes it look like you took all sorts of extra time. And it's easy to do, guys. It's easy to do. All you're going to do is you're going to kind of take the back of a fork and you hold that gnocchi in there with moderate pressure and slide your finger down the back side of that fork. And all that does is it flattens out that gnocchi, which folds back over on itself and gets those nice grooves. It keeps the sauce on there really well. And like I said, it looks really fancy. This is a great time to get your family involved and have some people help you. My daughter loves to do the gnocchi, and here she is doing her little gnocchi texturing, and she was, as you can see, super proud of her work. So we're going to get that pot of salted water boiling and put them in there. This is when you're going to find out if you have, in fact, floured your gnocchi enough. If you have not kept it well floured throughout the whole process, you will find out because they will all kind of stick together and you will lose that shape trying to pull them all apart. So when the gnocchis are floating at the top, they're ready to be done. I try to do them in batches, so use that little spider strainer and add your favorite sauce. So there's my little recipe card. I'll post that after. Thank you guys so much.